Hey, good morning, guys. Russo Trades here. I'm here with JD again. So I'm gonna go over what happened this morning. It's at 10 o'clock. News just came out. Pretty late, but when I woke up, I seen here. In my opinion, we were on the sell side of the curve. This was a market maker sell model. I seen we had a 3-minute IFVG here, so I entered here. I'll show my executions in a second. I entered here. I left a runner down to this low here. We took out sell side liquidity in London low, so that was a target. Then obviously the whole week since last week, this was our weekly objective. This was the 4-hour equal lows to the left. Sell side liquidity was taken. We hit our weekly objective. So now we've been waiting for this to hit. I've been waiting for this to hit for like 2 weeks. So now that that hit, I mean, there was a unicorn entry here because there was a breaker block to the left. We had a fair value gap. There also was another fair value gap entry. There also was a 1-minute IFVG entry. I mean, I just had a lot of conviction in this hitting, and the news came out on this candle, and there was an IFVG here, so I shorted that as well. And yeah, news took out sell side liquidity, weekly objective. Now I'll be looking for longs because everything hit. But yeah, we were on the sell side of the curve. I knew we'd hit liquidity. That's why I put these notes here. Now the market maker sell model is complete. Sell side hit and weekly objective hit. So now I'll be looking for longs. The account I bought yesterday is up almost 700. The account I bought the beginning of the week is up almost 800. So we're doing pretty good this week. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, now I'll be looking for a long. I mean, if we get this long, I don't mind it. Sometimes though, I will say Dodgy taught me this when we hit a big sell side or we're coming from a really hard downtrend, sometimes the first IFEG will fail. So if we take this long, it could fail because he normally says the first one does fail after a hard downtrend or a sell side's been hit. But I'll try this out with a micro and see what I see. But I'll zoom out real quick and take a screenshot of this. Let's download image. Perfect. All right, we'll go to a new chart. So we have a clean, fresh chart. We know we hit sell side. Hang on, let me find my executions. I don't know which account it was. I was trading. So I was shorting down here, down to the equal lows, down to sell side on this account, using micros, and then on this account, you could see I shorted way up here with this IFVG, and I wrote it down to here. The other account, I was trying to balance out both accounts today, so I made money here, and then on the other account, I shorted down here. So those are the executions, live time. I'm also gonna make a video how I made how I made $1,500 this week trading futures. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, this is dope.
But
Well,
yeah, this
I wish I caught that move. What?
yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, it was awesome. I caught about half of it with one account and the other half with the other account. So that was
Good
pretty
shit.
dope.
Man,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
really
excited. I got to use the bathroom so bad. I didn't even get up to use the bathroom because I'm like, man, this is just perfect. I've been waiting all week for this.
see if it inverses that next one.
Yeah, if we inverse this, we could get along because we're just so low and we got a lot of highs here that haven't been ran. Target would be target would be this high. Hmm. There's also equal highs here, so this looks like a good play. I'm gonna throw a micro on it.
Oh, it just formed a
Throw a couple micros.
you bought?
No, not yet. Um,
Yeah,
M and Q. I gotta go to a clean chart. Alright.
that's crazy. Once you understand like liquidity and fair value gaps, you can just make profit on demand.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So now that the weekly objective hit, maybe a short will work out, but I don't see why we would short. I'm gonna
Oh, look
put
at that.
two.
Look at those bulls.
Yeah, I'm gonna put two here. I don't technically this is invalid because there's two fair value gaps in this leg, but I'm gonna try it out because we're so low and we just took out the equal highs here, so I'm entering there. Our target's here, scale one, break even here. So now you guys get to see a live trade execution. I wish I recorded all that this morning. I was just too focused, too into it. I showed my live execution, so no worries. But here we are. We're about to set our break even and scale one here and then hold the rest as a runner. Maybe we can hold it the rest of the day and we get a trend day up because now we took out all of sell side. Honestly, if we go hit all-time highs today, I won't be surprised. Like that's really how Nasdaq's been moving.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that would be a 600 point move. I doubt it, but I'll scale one and leave a runner. So that IFVG was good. We're already up 10 points. We're already up 12, 13 points. I mean, that's solid.
It's there. Look at all that liquidity, and the candle's about to close.
Yeah. So let's see if we can punch through here. And for me, my stop loss will be if we close underneath this fair value gap.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh yeah, we just made a pretty big one.
so scale one break even will be there. Let's see if we can get it. If not, we'll take a loss. And like I said, the first inverse normally always fails. So we'll see what happens here. Already up a lot in the day, not really worried with two micros. So
Mm-hmm.
um,
It's about to close too, so let's see. Should be a rejection. Looking at how the candle's moving and the momentum.
yeah, I bet you there's like a 30-second fair value gap that we haven't inversed yet. That's
Hmm.
sometimes what you see. But sadly, we don't have the 30-second chart to see it. But I bet you there's a 30-second fair value gap somewhere here and that we're just rejecting because there's nothing else that we should be rejecting right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just formed two bullish fair value gaps.
Yeah. So maybe we'll retrace to 50% here. And I would definitely want to see these hold in 50%. The problem with this trade, I mean, I'm not gonna be negative, but we did sweep these equal highs, and sometimes when we sweep equal highs, we reverse. Sometimes when we sweep equal lows, we reverse. But we'll see. We'll see what
Mm-hmm.
happens. Just good to know. If we put in an order block here, this will be very nice right here. Put an order block. This will confirm we're gonna this trade will work out. Nope, we didn't put it in. No OB. So maybe the next candle will give us an OB. Oh, that's what it is. There's a 5 minute fair value gap there. No fucking wonder.
Oh yeah.
All right, there we go. So we were about to put in an OB. Let's see if we get it.
All right.
Uh,
Just took my profit on that one.
okay, we're gonna scale one here, and we're gonna set our break even. Let's punch through this. Let's punch through it. Come on. No OB, no punch. See if the 5 minute closes above. We get the 5 minute inverse in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, we got the 5 minute inverse, so that's good for our trade. That's a good sign.
There
Now
it
we
goes.
should get the
Close.
OB, and now we should accelerate because the 5 minute closed. This is kind of just how algorithmic the market is. Like I said, what exactly what I'm saying is happening in the chart. So good to pay attention to that. I knew if something was holding us down because we didn't accelerate. So what it was the 5 minute fair value gap. Now we inversed it, so we should be good. Um, if we don't accelerate here though, I'm gonna set my stop to break even because we're not creating an order block here. So it's not showing me order flow is bullish. I want to see us just punch here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Punch a little bit more. Yep, just like that. That's exactly what I'm looking for. A little bit more, a couple more ticks. There we go. Scale one, stop to break even. And my runner, I'm gonna have to honestly find a target here. Maybe we have equal highs, maybe.
Oh, it just formed a new
Ah,
420 gap.
yeah, we might oh, probably get stopped to break even here, but that is okay. Um, guess I'll scale the rest here. It's not really a good target here because we've been in such a hard downtrend.
Mm-hmm.
Guess my next target would be it would have to be this high here, so that's where I'll be fully out of the trade at this target here. Either way though, that was like almost a 30-point play, so
Mm-hmm.
that was nice. See if we respect this order block. I like how we're rejecting it, so should respect this OB and continue up, but could get stopped at a break even if we respect this OB. So we'll see. Mm, Uh, okay, so we have an SMT at the highs. That's why we're at break even as well. I like how strong US 30 and S&P are, so that's good for us. See us, let's see if we create another OB here and punch through the highs. That's what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a 50-point play here after we already caught, what was that? What did we catch? 236. We caught, or we already almost made 300 points this morning. So this
Yeah, this,
week we've caught like over 1,000 points in fucking plays this week alone on Nasdaq, which is like a lot.
yeah, that's
Um, ICT says go for 5 points a day. We've been seeing 100-point moves, so it's way more than enough. I'm pretty content with 10 points a day, but I mean, this week's been good. We've been seeing 100-point moves every day, up and down, up and down.
yeah, I'm up about 10K today, so I need about 9K more to hit that. Bro, if I caught that move from earlier, I'd already be done. Top step. The entries are just so good off an inverse. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can literally just use your stop loss.
Yep.
Uh,
This IFPG was good. We're still holding this play, just like JD said. IFPGs, man. It's 10:19. So news came out today at 8:30 a.m. I just had woken up. I watched what it did and didn't do a whole lot. Then I was like, okay, we got news at 10. Um, and market open at 9:30. So I just
mhm.
started trading right away because I like the volatility. Yeah, in live time that was beautiful. Where is it? Yeah, we just had a lot of momentum here. Was it a unicorn entry? It was because we had a breaker here.
Are you still bullish?
Um, yeah, I'm still bullish. We took out the weekly objective below. Not my bias won't change now. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much done trading. I just got stopped to break even, but we hit our weekly objective. So now it's like I'm gonna scalp what I see if I really want, but not really with any risk because we have no targets now. Like our targets were hit for the entire week. We have no idea what like I have
Is
to find new targets, and if I have to find new targets, I'm done for the day. Like I'll just scalp what I see. Next week
Mhm.
when we come back, I'll find new targets and we'll figure out what's gonna happen here. We are creating this, so for next week, I do like that we have highs here. We have high. I know it's sloppy. I'm sorry. We have highs here. We have highs here. We just have a lot of highs on the higher time frame. So you know what happens. We're gonna run this next week. So
Mhm.
I'd probably be bullish next week, especially that we ran sell side and we're delivering out of this here.
I'm just looking for an inverse.
We're still respecting the OB, so
We actually rejected off of that fair value gap earlier. So it's
yeah.
yeah,
So
the current momentum is still bullish until we get an inverse.
yeah, I don't think we're bearish. So I'm gonna just put a micro there. I need to use the restroom. I'll be back. I'm just gonna leave the micro honestly running for to unless we dip below down here. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave a micro on probably the rest of the day. I'll be back, JD.
All right, sounds good.
Nope.
Yo,
Looks like we're accumulating here. Um, I'm still bullish here. So my stop loss for this will be if we violate 50%. If we don't bounce in OTE, then I will get stopped out. What I can say for you guys watching on YouTube is so yes, I have two accounts I'm working on passing, and it's like I know the draw is lower. I can full port this and probably pass the account, but like that really depends where you're at financially. Do you want to risk some fun? Do you want to risk some challenges? And some of them are gonna blow just so you can get this, or do you want to? I'm just trying to create good habits here too, and I'm trading micros. So yeah, I'm only up 700 bucks on each account this week, but it's like I'm not in a position here is where I'm just gonna full port accounts because that's just not where I'm at right now. Maybe when I have extra funds and I just want to full port accounts to pass quick, okay. But I would say build good habits and first off, find the draw on liquidity. Once you know where market's drawing to, find an IFEG and you're gonna make money. Find some model. There's the 2022 model, there's the inverse model, the unicorn model, the turtle soup model. There's so many models that ICT teaches. Like just pick one and master it. For my
damn.
person and find a model that he teaches that fits your personality as well because inverses fit my personality because I'm not the most patient person, so inverses play out pretty quick, and that's why it's good for me. But yeah, here we go, here we go. Once we hit this high, I'm out.
Yeah, I just put one little mini in and I'm just holding it. It's
Yeah,
been
you're probably
going.
up like 400 bucks there.
Yeah, about because I bought at the bottom. I bought at the bottom of that move. I've just been holding it. Oh, but it's probably gonna sweep that high though to the
Yep,
left and then
that's my
come.
target.
It just sweeps. Oh no, I hadn't hit it yet. I'm just holding the mini because I'm curious to see what it does. But if it inverses that fair value gap,
So the OB was respected as well as these fair value gaps here. So that's a bullish sign. I think we keep going up here.
now on the
Target I
higher
have.
time frames, Nas is bullish. So well, yeah, actually, it should actually. I could see it going to all-time highs.
Mm-hmm.
600 point move. I could see that.
All today, maybe not, but I definitely could see if we get a trend day, us coming back up to high of day.
Hmm.
I don't think we'll go to all-time highs today, but definitely at some point in the future. But for today, if we trend all day, we're gonna definitely take out this high, which what is that? Is that a special high? No, it's not London highs. It's uh, I could see us taking out this is high day, so
We get an inverse. I'm making this trade a little fatter.
yeah. Okay, so my condition for this is hmm, my condition for us to come all the way back up would be it's kind of far away, but once we inverse this 1 hour, if we inverse it later in the day, we're definitely gonna go here and sweep all this liquidity. So the reason I say the 1 hour is because there's so many on the 15 minute, you don't know which one it's gonna reject. 5 minute as well. The four
There's
hour
no
hasn't formed, so I can't use the 4 hour.
there's no way
But
it's perfectly rejecting off of the fair value
you
gap.
you know why it's rejecting off right now? Because there's been an SMT at the highs for a while, so it's really fighting with this SMT. There's an SMT with US 30 and with the S&P, so
Oh, that's crazy.
it's fighting with it. But once the SMT breaks, if it breaks, then we should run the high.
Yeah, it just rejected perfectly. It didn't go one tick below the fair value
Yeah,
gap.
this right here, this is a bullish reaction. We created a fair value gap and now we're respecting it. So that's what we want to see if we're in a trade like this.
Yeah, if it
Um,
inverses that next fair value gap, I'm getting in.
which one?
On the 1 minute, there's one above.
Up here? Oh yeah, this one. I see. I see. And
Yeah.
yeah. So the SMT and that is what's holding us down right now. Good eyes, JD. If we inverse that, yep. And there's a bunch of
Uh-huh.
liquidity here. This was a bunch of accumulation here, so
Yep.
should run these to the left if we inverse this. That's what I predict. I'll mark that out so you guys can see. And this is a great liquidity pool right here because why? It's a high inside of a fair value gap and it's a very obvious high, so that'll be the target if we inverse this.
Oh, and so that's the internal liquidity to the left.
Um, right now, no, we already hit internal. Like, it depends what you're talking about. Based off this inverse, internal liquidity was this high right here. And so our stop should be at break even. That's why I took partials. Did you see why I took partials and set my break even on the first entry?
Can't remember too well,
Uh,
but
well, here, I'll show you. Right here, this is where it was, right here. We inverse this. This is internal liquidity. External liquidity would be, there's, it really depends. This would be external. External would be this high or this high. Internal is right here because we inverse this and this is our internal, the first
mhm.
high. And that's why right here, what did I do? I scaled one and I set my stop to break even. And guess what? We consolidated after because we don't have to go past internal.
Makes sense. Oh man. Oh, the Bulls. Inverse. It's literally bouncing from fair value gap to fair value gap.
Mm-hmm.
What? I'm thinking about just entering at the bottom of the bullish one and selling at the bearish one. Once it breaks through one, though, it's gonna fly, whether it's bullish or bearish. But I think it's gonna be bullish. Yeah, this is accumulation too, so it's about to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little tired from earlier.
Yep. Yep. That's why I was looking for longs. Still here. Our weekly objective hit. And what happened? This was all before the fact. I had all this typed up before the fact. Weekly
Mhm.
objective hit, and what happened? We reversed. So that's what happens when you understand buy side liquidity and sell side. We we get these nice reversals, entries off of liquidity pools. And this big wick right here, this would be after this, I'm gonna have to find new targets, but this liquidity up here, this is literally what I'm aiming for. It's a huge wick inside a fair value gap. We got to inverse this and we're gonna hit that. So that's what I'm seeing. After that, it's really about finding new targets, but there is a bunch of low resistance liquidity here, which is just a bunch of highs that haven't been ran.
Mhm.
So should run all this if we're bullish.
Yeah, scalping is way better than just holding in and out of your trade in a minute. And
Mm-hmm.
you wait for the candle to close. That's typically when you get that volume.
Yep. And yep. Oh, you know what's even crazy about that? What I said yesterday, I didn't even notice today. What did I say yesterday? 10 a.m. we always get a reversal. What time do we reverse today again? 10 a.m. I'm telling you, you guys got to watch these videos and pay attention to what I'm saying or what Dodgy's saying or what ICT's saying. I said yesterday at 10 a.m. we almost always get a reversal. I didn't even notice today that it was at 10 a.m., but we did get a reversal. We did get a good entry. So keep an eye on that 10 a.m. reversal. We get it a lot.
That's crazy, right on the
Um,
money. If it
yeah, it
inverses
was
this one,
10:06, but yeah.
if it inverses this one, it's gone. But it's literally going from fair value gap to fair value gap right now.
Yeah, now we're just stuck in between two of them. I would
That's
definitely like to see this get respected and this get broken. So let's see. If sadly, if this breaks, we're gonna dump to 50, at least 50% here. So if that breaks, probably gonna come down and refill this unbalanced one down here because we never
five,
balanced this fair value gap.
3, 2, 1. Nope, rejected.
Kind of just a waiting game now. It's
Mm-hmm.
engineering liquidity to the bottom and rise constantly. So this is like a three drives pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets ran and we come down to 50% OTE and probably rebalance this gap. Depends if we inverse this. If we inverse this, it'll dump. And then I'll be out. I'll get out and look for another entry. I'm gonna get out here just because I know this is gonna dump, and for the fact that when this does dump, if it dumps, we're probably gonna get another entry. So we'll probably get another long entry. We'll sweep liquidity, retrace to discount, rebalance this gap, and probably get a long back up. We never even inversed it, so I could be wrong, but
Let's see.
just gonna wait for an actual entry. This so for you 2022 model traders out there, we have a liquidity sweep. I just realized we had a market structure shift. And I guess you guys would be buying this fair value gap down here, but you 2022 model traders haven't got an entry yet, but that will be the 2022 model right there. We're also delivering from a higher time frame fair value gap, which is this 4 hour over here. So it's a nice 2022 model I would take if I was trading that model, but
I need 19,000, so that means I need 202, 212. I need to make 6K and this thing is passed.
oh, let's go.
It's coming.
We're holding.
We're holding.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's respecting that fair value gap. Even though it closed slightly below. Well, actually, no, it didn't. Never mind. It closed right there on the money. That's crazy.
No OB. Yeah, we should accelerate here if we inverse this. Then we're gone. So target was hit. Trade was another win. So that was nice. Now we're about to get an IPG here. That'll be another entry. Very textbook. Actually, this I can relabel this. This is a breakaway gap for
Oh,
you
it's
that don't
quiet.
know what a breakaway gap is. The reason this is a breakaway gap, I'll explain right now. When we get a breaker block, so we have a breaker here. A breaker is when we have an order block that sweeps liquidity and we inverse it and then we use it as support. So I'll take a long here. But the reason this becomes a breakaway gap for you guys that don't know is because we have a breaker here. So when we have a breaker block is, like I said, when we sweep liquidity and have an order block. Now we use the breaker as support, meaning what? Meaning we don't have to come and rebalance this breakaway gap, and that's why it's called a breakaway gap. So good to know. There's an entry there. If we close back below, obviously it's a fail, but should accelerate to the high. I like this momentum here. So, very good high right there.
Yeah, in my opinion, this shit could come all the way up, bro, and fucking push to all-time highs and sweep all of that liquidity.
JD, go look at the 4 hour. Yeah, we're gonna definitely go to all-time highs next week, but right now
Oh yeah, it's a big fair value
there's
gap. Right?
no not even that. Yeah, that too, but there's never been a candle big enough to go that 600 points like that. It just doesn't happen unless it's NFP or FOMC like this day. This was a 600 point move, but we don't have any news today. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
see it happening today, but I definitely see it happening in the future. This is our target. We're gonna scale here, scale completely out here. That'll be another like 40 points. So trade after trade after trade here. Early, just now, I took like a 10-point loss, and this will probably be a 40-point win. So that's where risk management comes into play. Yeah, I'm only using one micro, but it's because I'm done for the day. I made enough on each account this week that I'm good. So
Yep. I'm at 210, so I think I need 20, 213. I need one more good trade, and I'm good. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a giant fair value gap.
that's nice how TopStep allows you to use practice accounts. Definitely recommend you guys go use
What?
that to your advantage.
It's crazy because if you don't have a draw limit, like the loss limit is what kills you. But if you don't have a loss limit, like, you can over leverage, but using the stop losses and using the fair value gap as a stop loss, like, still stay profitable. Because I think my wins are bigger than my losses, the average ones. But on an account, two or three losses would kill it. So that's just the issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll probably do the same shit to pass a challenge, and then I'll be a little more conservative once we're inside. But even then, I think I can be a
Yeah.
little more. See if it's deflecting. If it inverses,
Normally I am pretty aggressive. Like
oh
I'll
yeah.
full port like two accounts and at least one of them will pass, but I took a week off from work this week. I'm not getting paid. Working on passing these challenges and it's like, do I wanna just blow accounts? Like, no, that's not just to pass. No, I'll trade
Mhm.
it the right way. When I have extra funds, like I said though, I'll definitely full port a couple accounts and 'cause then you don't gotta go through the challenge phase. And if you know you can trade profitably, then why not full port it?
Let's see
So
if. Oh, let's see if we have 13 seconds left. That fair value gap is strong, and it broke through it. So if it closes above it, I'll probably get in, depending on the entry, because it already inversed. Yep. There we go. Instant profit.
So for you that don't know, enable this as well. This will be buy side for now, buy side liquidity. We're on the buy side of the curve as well. Show you guys in a second. Buy side liquidity slash intermediate term high. So an intermediate term high is a high inside of a fair value gap. That's also one of the best liquidity pools. As you can see, we're on the buy side of the curve. So we're starting a market maker buy model after completing the market maker sell model. That's what ICT says. So it's just good to know. As you can see, you know you're on the buy side of the curve because why? Because everything bullish is holding. That's that's after we swept liquidity, sell side, and now we're just how the market moves. Definitely recommend watching ICT's market maker buy models, market maker sell models. Look, that's a perfect sell model there earlier. We just do it over and over. A buy model here, a sell model here, buy model here, buy model here, sell model here. Like we just do it over and over. We go from market maker buy models to market maker sell models over and over and over, taking liquidity and then reversing.
Mm-hmm.
But we should hit this intermediate term high. Very nice wick here. Actually, that's the 9:30 a.m. wick, so even better. So we have an intermediate term high and we have the slash 9:30 open wick. So even better. That'll definitely get taken. Hopefully here in the next couple minutes. We just put in an order block, so we should want to see this get respected. Go check out some other charts while we wait, see what we see. Oil looks whatever. Let's see what the euro did last night if our TP hit.
It probably did. It just took like the entire day.
Yeah, where was it? Oh no, I'm on the wrong chart. I'm tripping. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It hit.
Oh no. Matter of fact. Jesus. Just missed it.
Oh wow.
Just missed it. So that didn't hit. That's all right. Um, Russell 2000 this morning looks ugly and choppy, literally doing nothing. US 30, the same thing. S&P looks nice. Nasdaq looks nice. Um,
So you think it's gonna take the intermediate term high?
yeah.
That's
Well,
not.
that's the next buy side liquidity, so it should. If we accelerate here, it should, especially after we inverse that. There's nothing else really holding us down here. There's a bunch of liquidity here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and do we have equal highs up here? No, we don't.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of liquidity in that one little spot. It accumulated.
Oh yeah, we're going up. These highs up here on the 1 minute, hard to see, but sometimes it's good to find shit like that. There's equal highs up here, so we'll go take these later in the day. That could be another target. Let's see if we have more equal highs. No, no equal highs. Yeah, so no equal highs all the way up. This would be after this hits, it would just be watching, but I'm definitely very confident these equal highs hit. Is it also, no, nothing special though, just equal highs. I'll draw that out and we'll watch it hit as the day goes on. Draw that out. Equal highs. Okay. Alright, now we wait.
Now we wait.
10:50, the macro starts, so 10:50 we should see the algo spool up. We'll see what it does.
Yeah, it's probably gonna accumulate just like it did on the left and just until it fucking goes. You know what? Because it's hitting a pretty consistent low at the fair value gap, I'm gonna, if I see it touch the fair value gap, I'll try to get in on the lows. Just steal some liquidity.
So after this hits, just gonna watch, but I bet you we get another like entry here, like
Hmm.
this, something like this, and we'll take out the equal highs. I'm gonna keep that on my chart. I bet you we get an inverse like this. And so around up here somewhere we should get another entry, I bet you, to the equal highs. So I'll get out here because that's an intermediate term high, and we don't know if we're gonna reject this fair value gap. It's a very big fair value gap, strong, so we'll see how we react to this. But we know liquidity, we have liquidity above and we took out all of the liquidity below. So no reason to go too much down. I mean, we could see a little liquidity sweep and then a pump, but there's no reason to take out like major sell side anymore because we already took out major sell side.
Yeah, we just formed a new fair value gap.
That's good. Good eye. And that means what? That means if we form it, well, we haven't formed it yet, but we're about to form it in
Yeah,
39 seconds.
if it
If we
forms,
do, that
let me
should
see.
accelerate us.
Yeah, if it closes above the new fair value gap or it forms it. Oh, it looks like it's trying to inverse. That's another entry.
What's inversing?
There's a fair value gap above that it's starting to get some momentum towards. If you look at the two big candles from 9:30,
Yeah,
there's,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No inverse there though. Once it closes above, then yeah.
No, yeah, it's about an inverse. Three, two, one. It's to the tick. Fuck it. I'll take it.
JD, look at my screen. There's a huge fair value gap here. We haven't inversed anything. We're still going up, but there's a huge fair value gap here. We haven't inversed. If we inverse
It-
this major one, then I'll consider that. But it's a major fair value gap here. This is a
I think I'm
20.
up. Yeah, I think I'm up 20K for the day. I'm gonna do one more trade just to be safe. Get this account passed. Well, the practice one. Waiting for an entry. Yeah, there's a big fair value gap there, but there's a small one right below it that we just inversed.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter though. I don't mean to sit here and be like I know it all or correct you, but yes, I see we inverse that small one, but that doesn't matter because we still have this big one here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, I know the big one's there, but I rode that thing up. Oh, hold on. Wait for it to come down. How much time is left on this candle? 24 seconds.
We should see this respected or that'll be an inverse down and Might not hit the intermediate term high right now. So would like to see is respected. It might give us another entry because that's what we want to see when we're on the buy
Mhm.
side of the curve. We want to see this inverse. If it closes as a fair value gap, we'll see. So that's not bad, but it might not give us the fair value gap. It might just close it before. Let's
Yeah,
see.
if it closes the bearish fair value gap, that means that it's really bullish.
Yep, yep. And on a 15-second time frame, there's probably an inverse. When you see that, that's another thing. When
Mhm.
you see a bearish, when you see this, if you see this get closed, that means on a lower
Mhm.
time frame, like a 5 second or a 15 second, that means there was an inverse here. Not
Right.
really nothing you can do because you can't really see it, but
Hmm.
that's what that is. Whenever we close a gap like that, it's probably a setup on a lower time frame.
Right. Okay.
There's
We'll
no fair value gap there.
6, 5, 4.
Oh, it's a very tiny one, but we there is a fair value gap there, so let's see if we can inverse it.
Oh, the bearish one up ahead.
This little one here. If I see this inverse, yeah, we'll go take this out, but I want to see this get respected and this little one get inversed.
Sometimes
Um,
those little ones will send the whole thing fucking flying.
yeah. So I want to see it disrespected. My screen is frozen, but
Yeah, the thing is that red one is a lot of momentum. It's probably one of the biggest candles since we've started going up.
yep, and that's because we're in the 1050 macro as well, but I think we should, it really depends what we do here. The
Hmm.
dumb.
If it rejects off this one, it should push in it or through it. Is that a rejection? Yeah, it didn't inverse the bullish one, so
So that's good.
close though.
I know we're going up. It's just a matter of when. When are we going up?
Hmm.
Because,
This is like a buy and hold, man. You could just get in at the bottom and just forget about it. Come back 4 hours later.
especially on a Friday when we have trend days. I mean, typically
Mhm.
that's what Fridays are. So we'll
Next week, I'll
see.
probably try that. See how it goes. Try that on my funded.
Still nothing, nothing, nothing.
Pushing down pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. But that's to be expected because we have a lot of liquidity here.
Hmm.
And like ICT says, the market can't go up until it goes down. So
True.
gonna go down and sweep some lows. Then we go up. And I'm out of that trade. Obviously, I know it's still going up, but we got an inverse down, so let's see if the inverse plays out. I'm not gonna take it because I'm not bearish, but if you're bearish, then I guess take it. It should play out to internal liquidity, which is this low here. But I'm bullish, we might not even hit internal liquidity. But let's see if this IFPG would have played out if we took a short.
Ooh, it's about an inverse. Actually, no, it's not a, hasn't been formed yet.
So we swept this low. This was a low right here. So we swept this low. That's enough for us to go up. Like we swept some liquidity, the
Mm-hmm.
inverses, then I mean that's enough. I won't take another entry because it's just
In buy side liquidity intermediate term high 930 open wick.
now yeah, now it's relative equal highs, so that's even better.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing we have here is this tiny fair value gap and should go. Well, matter of fact, for those of you who are watching, if you trade IFBGs, this short would have been invalid because I just realized that this was not the internal low, this was the internal low. And this candle closed and inversed this fair value gap and hit the internal low at the same time. So this would have been invalid. We don't take that trade. But as you can see, we hit the internal liquidity. So
Oh, it
that,
just formed a is this a fair value gap, right? That's a bullish one. Yeah, the one that got inversed. I see it.
so this inverse did end up playing out. Probably would have targeted this fair value gap and it hit. So that's nice to see. It was an unbalanced fair value gap here. Um, gonna delete all of these extra fair value gaps off my chart because they're invalid now, except for, yeah, this is done. So the IFVG played out nicely. It came up, rejected, boom. So if you were short bias, you could have taken that. This IFVG is done, and the only thing that matters here is this fair value gap, which we should see get respected if we're bullish. Or at least I want to see it get respected. I mean, this isn't bad if you get a long setup off of this. Gotta, we gotta create a fair value gap before that though. Reason I say this is good is because we came to 50% of this ceiling range. We're in OTE, we're delivering off of this. If we get this and inverse this, this would be a good long, at least up to this next unbalanced fair value gap up here.
We'll see in 10 seconds. It's about to close.
Yeah.
See if it inverts.
And nope, nothing. This is too small for me to even want to look at. It's it's there, but
Little.
oh yeah, I would never take that on any account. It's just too small. The stop loss would get wrecked.
Yeah, the good thing is it is respecting that bullish one, but barely. Like it's inside it.
Mm-hmm.
See, it bounced off of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still bullish. We have an
That's nice.
unbalanced 15-minute fair value gap. So
Mm-hmm.
we left relative equal highs. We have an unbalanced fair value gap above. So I, I say we go up, just gotta see. We gotta get a long setup.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me. Well, I have a client waiting on me, so I'm jump on with them. But
All right, JD, we'll
yeah,
close it out here then. Today was great. Good
good
day.
session today, bro. I missed the big move in the morning, but I still got some fucking nice profit. So starting next week, I'm gonna be funded and get my challenge and we're gonna make some money.
Let's do it. This week was good. I was on vacation this week, and every day this week was good. We did not have a bad day on stream. So I mean, this was
Mhm.
Very good. I'll
100%.
close it out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment. Yeah, Russo Trades is out. God bless you guys. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, guys.